Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Emma.
Today we're talking about business meetings and negotiations.
This is for our more advanced learners at the B2 level.
We'll cover professional language, strategies, and common phrases.
This is really useful if you work in an international environment.
If you're new here, please like and subscribe.
All right, Jake. Do you attend a lot of business meetings?
Yes, at least 2 or 3 per week. What about you?
I have faculty meetings and parent-teacher conferences regularly.
Those can be intense.
They can, especially when discussing sensitive topics.
That's where negotiation skills come in handy.
Absolutely. So let's start with the basics. What makes a good business meeting?
First, it needs a clear agenda.
What's an agenda?
It's a list of topics to discuss during the meeting.
Oh, like a plan for the meeting.
Exactly. It keeps everyone focused and on track.
Do you send the agenda before the meeting?
Yes, usually 24 hours in advance so people can prepare.
That's professional. What else makes a good meeting?
Having a designated facilitator or chairperson.
What does the facilitator do?
They guide the discussion, keep time, and make sure everyone has a chance to speak.
So they're like the meeting leader.
Exactly. They also summarize decisions and action items at the end.
What are action items?
They're specific tasks that people need to complete after the meeting.
Oh, like homework for adults.
Yes, exactly. But we call them action items or follow-up tasks.
I like that. Okay, let's talk about starting a meeting. What do you say?
Usually the facilitator says something like, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today."
That's polite and welcoming.
Then they might say, "Let's get started. As you can see from the agenda, we have 3 main topics to cover today."
So you're referencing the agenda right away?
Yes, it sets expectations. You might also say, "We have a lot to cover, so let's dive right in."
What does dive right in mean?
It means to start immediately without wasting time.
Ooh, I like that expression. What about introductions?
If there are new people, you might say, "Before we begin, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves."
That's considerate. What if everyone already knows each other?
Then you skip introductions and move straight to the first agenda item.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk about participating in meetings. How do you politely interrupt someone?
That's tricky. You don't want to be rude.
Right, so what do you say?
You can say, "Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to add something here.
That's polite. What else?
If I may interject," or "Can I jump in here for a moment?"
Those are good. What if you want to go back to a previous point?
You can say, "I'd like to circle back to something we discussed earlier."
What does circle back mean?
It means to return to a previous topic.
Oh, that's useful. What if you disagree with someone?
You need to be diplomatic. Don't say, "You're wrong."
That would be terrible.
Right. Instead, say, "I see your point, but I have a different perspective."
That's much more professional.
Or you can say, "I respectfully disagree. Here's why."
The word respectfully softens the disagreement.
Exactly. It's all about tone and word choice.
What if you want to support someone's idea?
You can say, "I completely agree with Jake's suggestion."
Or, that's an excellent point.
Yes. Or, "I'd like to build on what Emma just said."
What does build on mean?
It means to add to or expand someone's idea.
Oh, that's collaborative. What about asking for clarification?
You can say, "Could you elaborate on that?" Or, "What exactly do you mean by?"
Those are polite ways to ask for more information.
Right. Never pretend you understand if you don't.
Good advice. Okay, let's talk about negotiations. What's the difference between a meeting and a negotiation?
A meeting is usually about sharing information and making decisions together.
And a negotiation?
A negotiation is when two parties try to reach an agreement, often with different interests.
So there's more conflict potential?
Not necessarily conflict, but different goals that need to be balanced.
Can you give an example?
Sure, negotiating a contract with a client. They want the lowest price, you want fair compensation.
So you need to find a middle ground.
Exactly. That's called a compromise or a win-win solution.
What's a win-win solution?
It's when both parties get something they want. Nobody loses completely.
That sounds ideal. How do you achieve that?
First, you need to understand the other party's needs and priorities.
So you ask questions?
Yes. Questions like, what's most important to you in this deal? Or, what are your main concerns?
That shows you're listening and care about their perspective.
Exactly. It builds trust and rapport.
What's rapport?
It's a positive relationship or connection with someone.
Oh, like good chemistry.
Yes, good rapport makes negotiations smoother.
What are some negotiation strategies?
One strategy is to start with areas of agreement.
Why?
It creates a positive atmosphere. You can say, I think we both agree that quality is important.
That's smart. What else?
Another strategy is to prioritize your requests. Know what's essential and what's negotiable.
So you don't fight over everything.
Right. You might say, we're flexible on the timeline, but the budget is non-negotiable.
What does non-negotiable mean?
It means you can't compromise on that point. It's fixed.
I see. What if the other party makes an unreasonable demand?
You can say, I understand your position, but that's not feasible for us.
What does feasible mean?
It means possible or practical.
Oh, so you're saying it can't be done.
Yes, but in a professional way. You might add, however, here's what we can offer.
So you're providing an alternative.
Exactly. Always try to offer solutions, not just say no.
That's constructive. What about body language in meetings and negotiations?
It's very important. Maintain eye contact to show confidence and honesty.
What about posture?
Sit up straight, don't slouch. It shows you're engaged and professional.
What about crossing your arms?
That can seem defensive or closed off. Keep your arms relaxed.
What about nodding?
Nodding shows you're listening and understanding. It's positive.
What about taking notes?
That's professional. It shows you're paying attention and value what's being said.
Good tip. Okay, let's talk about difficult situations. What if someone dominates the conversation?
The facilitator should intervene. They might say, "Thank you for your input, John. Let's hear from others as well."
That's diplomatic. What if someone is on their phone?
That's unprofessional. The facilitator might say, "Let's all stay focused on the discussion."
What if the meeting goes off topic?
The facilitator should redirect. That's an interesting point, but let's table that for now and focus on our agenda.
What does table that mean?
It means to postpone or save for later discussion.
Oh, like putting it aside?
Exactly. You might also say, let's park that idea and come back to it later.
I like these expressions. What about ending a meeting?
You should summarize the key decisions and action items.
Can you give an example?
Sure. To summarize, we've agreed to move forward with the new marketing strategy. Emma will draft the proposal by Friday, and Jake will schedule a follow-up meeting for next week.
That's clear. Everyone knows what to do next.
Exactly. Then you might say, Does anyone have any final questions or concerns?
That gives people a chance to speak up.
Right. And finally, thank you all for your time and contributions. Meeting adjourned.
What does adjourned mean?
It means the meeting is officially ended.
That's formal. Do people really say that?
In very formal meetings, yes, but you can also just say, "That's all for today. Thank you, everyone."
That's more casual. What about virtual meetings?
Oh, those are so common now.
What's different about virtual meetings?
Technical issues can be challenging. Always test your audio and video beforehand.
Good advice. What else?
Mute yourself when you're not speaking to avoid background noise.
That's considerate. What about the camera?
Keep it on if possible. It's more engaging and personal.
What if you have a messy background?
Use a virtual background or sit in front of a neutral wall.
Smart. What about time zones?
That's tricky with international teams. Always clarify the time zone when scheduling.
Like 3 p.m. EST or 10 a.m. GMT?
Exactly. It avoids confusion.
What about cultural differences in meetings?
That's important. Different cultures have different communication styles.
Can you give examples?
In some cultures, direct disagreement is acceptable. In others, it's considered rude.
So you need to be aware and adapt.
Yes, research the cultural norms of the people you're meeting with.
That shows respect. What about hierarchy?
In some cultures, junior employees don't speak up in meetings. The senior person leads.
Whereas in other cultures, everyone's input is valued equally.
Exactly. Know your audience.
Great advice. Okay, let's practice some useful phrases for meetings and negotiations.
Good idea. Let's start with opening a meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making time for this meeting.
Let's get started. First on the agenda is
Before we dive in, let me give you some context.
perfect. Now phrases for participating.
I'd like to add something here.
That's a valid point, but have we considered?
Could you elaborate on that?
I'd like to propose an alternative approach.
Great. Now phrases for negotiations.
What would it take to make this work for both of us?
I understand your concerns. Let's see if we can find a middle ground.
We're willing to be flexible on X, but Y is non-negotiable.
That's outside our budget. But here's what we can offer.
Excellent. Now phrases for disagreeing politely.
I see where you're coming from, but I have some reservations.
I respectfully disagree. Here's my reasoning.
I'm not sure I agree with that approach. Have we considered the risks?
Perfect. Now phrases for agreeing and supporting.
I completely agree with that assessment.
That's an excellent suggestion. Let's move forward with it.
I'd like to second that motion.
Great. Now phrases for closing a meeting.
Let's recap what we've decided today.
To summarize, our action items are:
Does anyone have any final questions before we wrap up?
thank you all for your valuable input. Let's reconvene next Tuesday.
Excellent phrases. These will really help in professional settings.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Now it's your turn.
Tell us in the comments, do you attend business meetings regularly?
What's the most challenging part for you?
And do you have any negotiation tips to share?
We'd love to hear your experiences.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
It helps us so much.
Thanks for watching.
I'm Emma.
I'm Jake. Good luck with your meetings.
See you next time.
Bye.